great show tonight. This is going to be better than the Academy Awards. You don't need a red carpet. We've got three people who are graduating tonight, and we are going to celebrate well into the night, well past maybe 5:15. Hello? Can you hear me? Is that better? Okay, well, I'm Judge Lawton Stevens, and I've had the privilege of presiding over the Western Circuit Felony Drug Court that was started by Linda, this gentleman over here. I believe you know his name. Sure do. Steve C. Jones, and he started this court and then became a federal judge, and I thank him every day, really, in my heart, for letting me take over this court, because it's just the greatest thing that I get to do. We have Chris Boss, who is sick, but he's participating. He's in this little box over here in the video. How are you? Congratulations. He's one of our graduates. Let's hear it for Chris Boss. And then Ms. Linda Edwards is another graduate, so we're going to and Jessica Mobley is our third graduate. So we're so glad all of y'all are here. I want to introduce our team. Our new team member, peer specialist, Laura McCoy. Laura? Yes, please stand up. Laura is a graduate of our program. She graduated July the 12th, 2018 after 26 months in the program. And we are absolutely delighted to have her with us. Our counselors, Will Warren. Will, please stand. Donna Salota, please stand. And our new team member, Tina Whitehair. Please stand. And I'm the one that has the white hair, but real still. She's probably not going to. You'll probably hear that joke a few more times. Sorry, I know you probably never heard that before. We have with us our previous treatment team member, Paige Barber, sitting here in the front. The Chief of the Department of Community Services, Cindy Murphy. So glad to have you here. And back to our team member, Senior Clinical Case Manager, Kelly McCormick. Right here. She's keeping track of this. You know, I'm kind of an expert on computers and the internet and stuff like that. So if you need any help, you just let me know. Yeah, I've just barely been able to turn on this microphone. Paige Otwell, who is on our team, is in Nashville, Tennessee, but she sends her best wishes. I know she wishes she was here. Ain't nothing going on in Nashville. Our Chief Public Defender, Mr. John Donnelly, seated here. Captain Tony Howard, ladies and gentlemen. Great, been a friend of mine since he was 12 years old. So what is that, about 20 years now, Tony? Yes. Great. Officer Ty Folger, the supervision member. DCS Supervising Officer Kaylee Craven is here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Deputy Shalot back in the back. So glad to have you with us. Many times he's had to suffer through my jokes by coming to the status hearings and meetings that we have. So great to see you. And of course, last but not least, our program coordinator, Nicole Cavanaugh. Nicole, she is the best in the business, okay? I know I'm biased, but she is the best in the business, believe me. All right, and then we have several people I think are watching online.
Mr. Donnelly? Did we say Mr. Donnelly?
Who?
Okay.
Yeah, we did. Now we said him twice, but you know what? He deserves it. But I don't know who else we have on online, I guess, throughout the world. I mean, they're watching us in Ukraine and China and everywhere. So have to be on your best behavior. All right. So Chris, I'm sorry you can't be with us, but if you were here, I would say come on up and you'd hear a round of applause. So we'll give it up later. And, there's there's something I wanted to tell you before we get to Chris's graduation, but none of y'all know this, but every graduate this year is getting a very special t-shirt. None of the graduates knew they were going to get one of these t-shirts. And the logo on the front was designed by Julia Jagman, a former intern. And the saying on the back belongs to Jessica Mobley. And on the back it says, "You can do hard things." And that's kind of the motto of our graduates. You can do hard things because you can. And you can graduate, and you will graduate. And it's not easy, but you can do it. Right, Jessica? So let's give Jessica a round of applause for that. And so she uses this motto not only to remind herself, but also in her peer support of others. So I kind of unfurled your t-shirt, but you're going to get one of these. We're going to mail it to you. You should receive it in the next 3 to 5 business years. Okay? If you don't get it, it's not my fault. Okay? But, no, I take responsibility if you don't get it. So, Chris, he entered felony drug court. Where am I supposed to look for him to see me? Oh, he's seeing me right here. Because you know when I'm using the overhead camera, I have to look way up there too. Yeah. Cecily Evans is with us. Glad to have you with us. We're all here. I think many of you are intimately familiar with her. She does a great our testing program. I'll tell you what, you know, accountability starts with testing, and you help make people accountable. So we appreciate you being here and participating in everything you do. Chris Boss came into felony drug court August 27th, 2020. He came in wanting to better himself, to focus on being a sober father and husband. He participated in the Palm House recovery program, and he was able to move home with his family. Chris and his wife Melissa welcomed a new child while he was in the program. They faced challenges throughout this time, but they've worked together for the family. He's been a dedicated member of his church since day one, and now he's returned to running his own landscaping company, which is something you talked about when you very first came in. Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? You wanted your own company, and you've done it. We know Chris is capable of so much, and we look forward to seeing how he does as he grows as a leader in church and in his recovery community. And Chris, I remember you told me the quote that you gave me, because I like to give out quotes, you know, and ask people what they think of them. He says, I got one for you, Judge. You can forgive what hurt you in the past, but never forget what it taught you. And that was a really good thought. Chris has completed 298 community support meetings, 159 groups, 47 individual therapy sessions, and taken at least 220 observed drug screens. So congratulations to you, Chris. Not only do you get a t-shirt, you get this graduation certificate, this diploma. You get this envelope with two envelopes with your name on it. You get this, this is a really cool keychain. I've got one on my keychain. It says whenever you find, I've got one on my key. I've got a keychain on my key that says this on it. Am I clear? Anyway, I love it. It says, whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you've come. Remember everything you faced, all the battles you have won, and all the fears you've overcome. And that's something to remember. So congratulations. And I'm going to introduce Chris's counselor, Will Warren. to read a letter out loud here in open court on the record. And then he's going to teach us how to tie a bow tie, ladies and gentlemen. It shouldn't take more than about half an hour. So that's a clip on.
It is not. It's a real deal, Judge. Dear Chris, what a journey you've had during this time in felony drug court. When you first came into the program, you were at maybe your lowest point. Your marriage was on the rocks. You didn't have much of a relationship with your daughter. And you were still struggling with the decision around what role drugs would play in your life. You faced many hurdles in the beginning as you tried to figure out how to be authentic rather than continue to wear the mask of who you thought the staff and your fellow participants wanted to see. But you never gave up. You kept working and trying and remained open to feedback and direction. Through time and perseverance, you were able to turn your life around. Your relationship with your wife and daughter and family got stronger. You now have a son that you are teaching to be a good person. You've stepped into multiple leadership positions within your church and the Celebrate Recovery community. You even own your own business now. Your journey, though not an easy one, is a testament to your strength and ability to focus on what really matters in your life, rather than continuing to try to please everyone around you. I have no doubt that if you continue to do the things that are working for you, and continue to reach out to others for help, that you will reach even more success in your life and for your family. I've enjoyed our time together and cannot wait to see where your journey goes on from here.
Thanks, Will. Chris, it's your turn now, so I guess I can. Do you want me to?
All this in front of us.
There you go.
You got it. How you feeling?
I'm well. I'm good that I'm still able to participate. I hate this kind of happened on me at the last minute. But I am grateful that I've completed something that I've started. I'm hoping to complete more obstacles moving forward. I don't have to hide behind a mask anymore. I don't have to be open, honest, tell people how I feel instead of trying to tell them what I think they want me to do. And I couldn't have made it this far, got where I am today without help and drug court. I'm sorry I feel the way I am.
That's all right. You know, you said, talking about wearing a mask, and I know you were talking about exactly what Will expressed about you were kind of wanting to show us what you thought we wanted to see. But we've seen your authentic self. And it really it's noteworthy that these three graduates came through COVID. Y'all came through when we were meeting by Zoom. And you know, it's tough when you're isolated to stay strong, but they've all three come through COVID, so you're really to be commended. So, Chris, good luck to you. I know you'll be able to accomplish whatever you set out to do. You're one of the leaders of the program, and we wish you all the best and hope you feel better soon.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Chris. Oh, is anybody here that thought he was going to be here in person and showed up? Okay, well, we wish him the best. All right. Our next graduate, Linda Edwards. Linda, come on up. You sit in the chair of honor. Okay, get your glass. I got two pair over here if you need them. Linda and I are contemporaries. She entered the felony drug court on August 17th, 2020. We usually like to say that our participants came in and hit the ground running. But Linda had already started the race before she got here. She worked hard to get herself into treatment before she was entering into felony drug court. And once she got in the program, she never slowed down. And Linda told us her father used to call her Lindy Hop because she was always running and hopping around. And so She had that reputation coming in as somebody that liked to get things done and move fast. She voluntarily enrolled and completed the Spares Nest program called Breaking the Cycle, and that meant a lot to you. I know because you told us about that as it was going along, and that was something that you really enjoyed. Linda pursued trauma therapy to heal from old wounds and sought out ways to heal wounds that she had inflicted on other people. And she reunified with family and friends and nurtured new relationships. And all those things became key to your recovery, didn't they? Linda completed 159 community support meetings, 160 groups, 35 individual therapy sessions, and taken at least 175 drug screens. And she told me in court one day, she said, "You know what, Judge, you're aging gracefully." And I thought, that's the nicest thing I think that anybody said to me in a long time. So I'll return the compliment, Linda. So I'm giving you this is your diploma and your cards and your keychain with the logo on it and your T-shirt. So, yeah, I mean, you can put them down right there if you want to, but you certainly, you've earned those things. You've earned all the accolades, and you've just been so much fun to have around. You really have. Just the enthusiasm that you've shown and the joy and the love that you've spread has just been something that we've all just really benefited from. And so I understood you wanted to read a note from your best friend Valerie. She's under the weather and wasn't able to be here, but you wanted to read it and share it with us. So you have the floor.
You can say whatever you want to.
You know, I had thought about how I was trying to rehearse what I would say, what I would say here today. But first of all, I want to thank God for giving me another chance to get it right. Because it's been a long haul for me, but first of all, like Jerry Stevens said, when I was in Turning Point, I was saying, I'm going to get it right, I'm going to keep it right, but I know now you got to really work hard. I do have to really work hard to keep it right. And I remember when I started the program, and I heard this all my life, slow down, but when I really heard it from Miss Page, and because I know I wanted to get it right, she said, slow down, Linda. Yeah, slow down. I've been slowing down ever since. And, sometimes I find myself, moving a little fast. And I think about what Miss Page said. Always I do. And that done helped me throughout my recovery. And I just let myself down this time. I not only let myself down, I let my sister down, my nephew, and my friend. And I just want to thank everybody, like Miss Nicole, Miss Kelly, Miss Page, Judge Stephen, Mr. Will, and Mr. Donnelly and Donna. And, I just want to thank all y'all for caring, and really, y'all do. They say ain't no brownie point, but I have took up for Judge Stephen, somebody said, well,
Fine, took up.
somebody said, he real mean. I said, no, he just mean what he say. But I like, it's good that when a judge care about your well-being, and it's just that, I just want to tell Drug Court, thank you so much. And, like I tell all the rest of them in Drug Court come first. That's how I made it. I made sure that Drug Court came first. And it's so much I wanted to say, Oh, and Jessica and Chris, I don't know what I would have did without them in the first beginning of my, going Drug Court, because just like Judge Stevens said, they were doing violent. I ain't know nothing about no flat screen phone. I said, oh Lord, and I called Miss Kelly. I said, how Miss Ray, how they having group that are they gonna be virtual? And then many times I ran over at the farmhouse to jump in Chris' truck. And he looked at it on the phone, and I appreciate them being patient with me about the phone. I just want to say I love all y'all and I thank y'all, and And I know, I'm not gonna, I wanna say it, I'm just gonna keep it right, but I know I got to do work at it. I'm glad I got people that, that I can rely on and knowing, and I'm scared this time. I'm really, I'm scared straight, and they know I don't wanna go back to jail. But I'm gonna read this is a lady I've been helping for about almost 9 years now. And when I was going through my addiction, I get away from her and I think about it, because she's 84, but I know she cared about me. She said, "Man, I was so glad you straightened up so you could come back." But anyway, she's my employee, but she's also a friend. And she had got me this card, and I said, "Well, where did you have a chance to get this card? I normally take her everywhere she need to go, And she said, "Well, I got it when I was with you at Walmart, because she stays in Walmart for a minute, because she goes once a month. But this is the card she had wrote for me, but I told her that I was gonna share it with the whole group because it just really means something. It's that, well, I ain't gonna say dear is nothing, I'm gonna say dear is everybody, Whatever you decide to do with the talents and skills you're sharpened, hope you're always as happy as you deserve to be. And I dedicate this right here to everybody in drug court, and when the word sharpen and we hear drug court, you have to really listen to them, just listen to them, or what they gotta say. And I just want to say I love y'all and thank y'all.
That was really nice. Appreciate that. And I want you to know there's a special person here tonight who wants to say something. Paige Barber wants to say something to you, Linda. Come on up, Paige.
All right, Ms. Linda, I have a letter that I'm going to read to you. For those of you who don't know, Ms. Linda was the last client that I had before I left drug court, so she's very, very special to me. Ms. Linda, I'm so excited to be here celebrating this day with you. I remember when Nicole told me that you would be entering the felony drug court program. I'd worked with you in a prior program, and you had been so sweet, but you, at that time, had not been ready to make the changes that you needed. But from the time that you entered this program, you made it clear to all of us that you wanted to be sober for the rest of your life, and you were willing to do whatever it took to make sure that that happened. At times, you would get overwhelmed and anxious, and you would begin talking really, really fast. But you began to notice when you were doing it, and you slowed down, and you thought about what you were going to say. And when things weren't clear or didn't make sense to you, you asked questions. And I remember many sessions where we went through tutorials about your phone. I wanted to tell you that I admire your tenacity and your unwillingness to give up. You've always been really outspoken about what you need, and that's how you've gotten your needs met. You're fearless. And one of the greatest marks of strength is the ability to ask for help, and you have. That's how you made it through this program. I know that one of your biggest concerns at the beginning of your recovery was the relationships within your family. You spoke of your desire to repair broken bonds and make amends, and since you've been in this program, you've strengthened the healthy relationships in your life, and you've accepted that some relationships are not good for your recovery at this time. Setting healthy boundaries is another huge accomplishment and one of the most challenging. There are so many people who love and care about you, Ms. Linda, so focus on those relationships. Now, I watched as you began MRT and you struggled through some of those steps, but again, you never gave up and you never became discouraged. You reached out to me and your peers and you addressed a lot of the problems that led you into this program. Some of my very fondest memories will be your participation in that class. You made class fun and you made it entertaining for all of us. My decision to stop working with drug court was really difficult in part because I knew that you were going to be the last client that I would have to give up. But I'm really proud of all that you've been able to accomplish since we last worked together. I understand that you planned a Valentine's Day event at Sparrow's Nest for your Give Back project, and that you have a job now at the Chicken Salad Chick, and I can only imagine that they love you as much as we all do. So, as you complete this chapter of your life and you move into aftercare, I hope you'll continue greater self, your best self, knows the way to happiness and constantly pushes you to be happy and content. The attainment of all your goals will not lead to happiness. Happiness is not a destination. It's a state of mind, a condition of being. Trying to avoid the ordinary difficulties and problems of life brings on more difficulties and problems. You will be happier and feel much better if you just deal with the problems as they arise. People who successfully and consistently contend with the ordinary things of life are those who are prepared for the greatest happiness. A major difference between people who are happy and successful in life and those who are unhappy and unsuccessful is that the happy, successful people chart their course in life. Learning from mistakes means taking responsibility for them. The world is what it is. Your world and the part of the world you touch can be and is just what you make it. Never give up. Never concede failure. Concede mistakes and always learn from them, but never give up. One of my favorites, there is wisdom in following rules. And do what you know to be right for the simple reason that it is the right thing to do. Doing what is right always pays off in the long run. So Miss Linda, congratulations on this very special and important day. I'm so proud of you for your progress. I wish you the best on all of your journey. Please remember my phone number and keep us posted on your continued successes.
We have some guests here. You'll stand when I call your name. Lulu Daniel. She wasn't able to make it. I'm sorry. That's your sister. Lois Campbell. Glad to have you with us. This is Linda's sister. Did you want to say something?
No, my son do.
Okay. All right. Very good. Come on up.
Oh.
I'll give you the microphone.
I want to say I'm proud of you and I love you. And Nene sent something for me to read to you.
That's my sister who out of town. Okay.
Linda, my sister, you are strong, you are kind, you have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister, you are courageous, you are accountable, you have never blamed others for your actions, you have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister, you are one of a kind, you make others smile and shine. You're always positive no matter what comes your way. You have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister. When others say or think you can't, you rise above all odds. You are a descendant of the Edwards clan. Mr. George and Miss Dorothy Edwards, you are an Edwards, never wavering on strength and faith. You have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister, today is your commencement, a new beginning, a day to celebrate, enjoy, be proud. Don't look back. You have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister, embrace today, tomorrow, and all that the Lord God has in store for you. Always know that you are loved. You have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister, you have stood the test of time. Linda, my sister, you are an Edwards, never wavering, strength and faith. Linda, my sister, again, you have stood and will continue to stand the test of time. Linda, my sister. She said, remember, no one cares what you have done, but what matters is what you will do today, tomorrow, and forever. Love, Nene.
All right.
Is Vaughn Smith here? Would you like to say something? You're a church friend, right?
Yes, that's very good. I just want to say that to Linda that I'm so proud of you, and you know how I feel about you. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but the battle to the one that endures to the end. It's a long journey, but with God, you will get there, and you are there. And I will support you every step of the way. She always loved to hear me sing at church when I have to sing a song at church, so I have this song for you. Sure. You don't know my story, all the things that I've been through. You can't feel my pain, what I had to go through to get here. You never understand my praise. Don't try to figure it out, because her worship, is for real. She's real, y'all.
All right. Jackie Barnett. Okay. Deb Daniel. Anybody else here as a guest of Linda's? Well, Linda, I tell you what, that was wonderful, and congratulations to you again. And don't be a stranger. Yeah, we're taking up. I thought I heard you say that you were taking up with me, but I think you said you're taking up for me, which is even more appropriate. Okay. Okay. All right. We're better. All right, our final graduating senior, I guess we say, since the senior class, Jessica Mobley. Come on up, Jessica. Have you got anybody going to sing to us? I tell you, that was beautiful. That was. Jessica entered felony drug court on July the 29th, 2020, and she didn't hit the ground running. Maybe she did, but it wasn't toward felony drug court. But we all realized at the beginning that Jessica was a fighter. It was just a matter of getting her to stop fighting us and start fighting for herself. And one day it clicked. Just the light came on, and you started to see the world differently and started working toward a new life. She participated in Freedom from Bondage. She completed not one but 2 accountability support plans, which is not easy. She completed a certified peer specialist training and works in the recovery community. She's dedicated her life now to helping other people in the recovery community, and I can't think of anything better. Her ultimate goal is to fight for others by working with drug court in the future, and you would be a tremendous asset. And you always told us, when I'd asked you what the key to your success, you'd always say, be honest with yourself. And that once you got honest with yourself, everything sort of started to fall into place. So Jessica's completed 455 community support meetings, 177 groups, 80 individual therapy sessions, and at least 193 drug screens. We always add that in because it sounds like a lot. But I've got your diploma for you right there, your cards, and your keychain, and your t-shirt with the logo that you thought up. So congratulations. Let's hear it now for Jessica Mobley. And I would like to introduce Kelly McCormick to read a letter.
All right, we have Kleenex available. It's all over the place. If you need it, let me know. I'll bring it out.
Hi, my name is Kelly McCormick. I am the case manager for drug court, but then I also have the honor of being an individual therapist for a small caseload. And for Jessica, I don't know if it's lucky for her, but it was lucky for me that I was both. Thankfully, halfway through our program here, there were some staff changes and I got the role. So this is my letter for Jessica. I'm not going to look at you because I don't cry. Jessica, from the first moment we met, your kindness was the first thing that stuck out to me. After everything you've been through, I believe that same kindness is one of the first things people see now when they meet you. While in FDC, you of course had challenges that took work to break through, but during that time, the core of who you are was growing more confident. The characteristics you have now of kindness, compassion, bravery, and a giving heart were always there. They just had to get through the pain to allow their strengths to truly shine. Every time you didn't give up, every time you fought through a barrier or a burden, you were allowing those beautiful characteristics to thrive. You were developing into the person standing or sitting here today. You have grown from someone who needed outside validation to someone who encourages herself. From someone who couldn't stand to be alone to someone who is thriving independently. When you started recognizing moments of your own growth, such as responding to challenges with peace, managing intense emotions well, and feeling proud of yourself, that is when life changed drastically. And before you know it, you're completing CPS training, working at a residential facility, dedicating your life to helping those in pain, and graduating drug court. As I look at you now, I am in awe at the person that you are. I've said this to you before, and I'm going to say it again. You have outgrown drug court, and that's okay. This program served its purpose. You put in the hard work, and now it's time for us to support you in finding the next step in your recovery. This doesn't mean the relationships you have with drug court goes away. It just changes. Instead of being mandated to see us, you get to choose where we fit in your recovery. You will always have us to cheer you on and support your growth. With all the confidence, wisdom, and integrity you have now, I think you will find things are not so scary on the other side of this. We say goodbye knowing this is not an end, rather a beginning, as one day you may possibly stand here with us drug court staff, reading your letter to a lucky participant. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you, but more importantly, you're proud of yourself.
Let the tears flow like rain. Jessica, it's your turn to say what you want to say, and then I know you've got some guests here, and I'll introduce them, but it's your turn to take the floor.
First, I want to say thank you, Judge Stevens, for leading a program that saved my life. This program absolutely saved my life, and I don't say that lightly. I came into drug court kicking and screaming, and I made it known. I made it known quite often to the Cole County. And that was my insecurities and fear of failure speaking. I want to say thank you to Nicole for taking time out of her personal life to show up at my house on Thanksgiving Day. She was determined to break me in the best ways possible. She said some of the hardest things in the world to me and saved my life. I think Kelly. For helping me let go of a lot of my hurts in my past and figure out who I was and embrace my weirdness and never giving up on me when I wanted to give up on myself. Officer Fulcher, like I told you the other day, you said some hard things to me too, but I needed to hear those things and realized that unless I did something to change those things about myself, then I was going to stay stuck. So thank you. To Will, for always making me feel uncomfortable in my dishonesty, but also teaching me a whole lot about recovery and giving me hope. Laura, for being a huge support and a safe place to go to, and somebody that I know I can pick up the phone and be real with. So thank you. Miss Paige. MRT was one of my favorite classes because I learned so much about me, and that was hard and scary, but she made it fun. And as many step 3s and step 1s that I had to go back and do, it was much needed. So thank you. To my mom, thank you for never giving up on me when most people in my life did. And you set healthy boundaries in place when it was absolutely necessary. You become my best friend and my safe place to go home to, and you were right there following beside me. To my sister, who, unfortunately I lost in my active addiction, and I never thought that I was ever going to get to have a relationship with. And now you are my best friend and my person, and I look forward to getting a phone call every single day. And thank you for not stopping believing in me, but just giving me the space to get to a healthy place. My brother-in-law as well for putting up with all my shenanigans. To my daughter, who could not be here today, she's my little warrior. She was my why in the beginning. And I get to be a mom to her today and be present and be honest about recovery and walk out my recovery for her.
her and show her that this doesn't have to be the end if she goes through these same similar things in life. To my sponsor, her husband Drew, you guys are the definition of recovery. I love you all so much. And all of the drug court participants, you guys, I love you all. Y'all are my people. You're my family. I see so much hope and life in every single one of you guys, especially the participants that I started off with. We've been through it all. And then Judge Trammell, she is the judge that sentenced me to drug court. She looked at me in the face and told me that she was going to give me help. I didn't know what that meant at the time. I was like, sure, I'll sign the dotted line. But this program has literally saved my life. And I know that I rave about it. I've also ranted about this program. But it did. You guys held hope for me when I couldn't hold hope for myself. So thank you.
So Christine Pippin, your mom, would you like to say something?
I just want to say I'm incredibly proud of you. I love you so much, and I just can't wait to see what your future holds. And by the way, she came out screaming.
Amanda's here. Would you like to say something? I can.
My name is Amanda Solberg Bowen, and I am Jessica's sponsor. Jessica and I recently started getting close to each other, and what I can say about Jessica is that she's very consistent. You know, I asked her to call me every day, and out of all the people that have asked me to help them and sponsor them, Jessica is one of the only people who has basically called me every single day, and that says a lot. You know, I can also tell that Jessica takes her recovery very seriously. You know, this is no joke. I didn't come through this program, but recovery is not a joke. And I know this program is really not a joke. I have some friends and some other people I know that have been through this program. It's very difficult. It's an honor just to be asked to be present here. And I hope to be helpful to you in any way that I can going out from here.
Jennifer Allgood. No? You want to say something? All right. I'll let you hold the microphone.
I love you, and I'm proud of you, and what you've accomplished, and what you're going to accomplish. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning.
All right, David. I assume you're David.
I won't say nothing.
All right.
We love you.
Well, this is the 54th graduation of the Western Circuit County Drug Court, and it's one of the best. And one of the things that when we get down to you get to your phase 5, and it gets close to the end, and I always ask people, well, what are you going to do when you graduate? And almost every single one of them, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. Use what I've learned and do it day to day, every single day, one step at a time. So to the participants, see yourself up here. Visualize success, because one of these days you're going to be up here. You're going to get a diploma. You're going to get that keychain. You might even figure out a way to get some more Georgia pins from the Athletic Association. They're a little short on funds apparently right now. We're a little short on Georgia pins, but you can do it. You know, you can do hard things, right? You can do hard things. So this is what's in your future. Okay, believe me. Thank you for all the people that are here supporting our participants and the graduates, because without that support, this wouldn't be happening. And thanks to the drug court team, for always being there for these folks and for helping them all along the way. And we have a lot more deputies and law enforcement in here because they heard we had cupcakes. So, although I probably, they probably wanted to hear me speak. I mean, that has nothing to do with the cupcakes. So we are going to close now. Thank you for being here. Please make sure that you congratulate our graduates and enjoy the refreshments. Thank you very much.